one division that was really not performing was this medical uniform division. It was $3 million in sales going backwards. They were thinking about closing it. I was helping the guy who was running it. Anyways, he was having a lot of problems and wasn't doing a great job and ended up getting fired. And when he got fired, the guy I was working for turned to me and said, "Hey, congratulations, you're the new head of the uniform business," just like that. So I was a little surprised, but I took it on. And basically what happened over the next 5 years, Cherokee went from $230 million in sales down to $50 million in sales. We went from $3 million to $17 million. So our 17 was part of their 50. The advice that I got at that time was to build a wall around my little organization and try and buy it, and that they thought that I might have the only viable long-term business at Cherokee. And so we started doing that. And by '95, I had made an offer, made them an offer to buy the company. If I buy this business from you, and I made them an offer of like $12.2 million, you have cash from my business, and you don't have the inventory anymore. You have that much more cash, that much more cushion, and we don't fit here. And by the way, if you don't sell to me, I'm going to leave, and I'm going to take the customers with me. And so I got a call. It was a Sunday night from the head of this committee, and he said, "Hey, Mike, the committee really likes you and respects you, but you're a young guy and you're making a lot of money, and at the end of the day, we really don't believe you're going to leave." They weren't taking me completely seriously. And so I brought in my statement where I had $100,000 in savings. And I'd worked hard and I'd saved money and I'd done crazy things, like I had an apartment and I rented out my own bedroom to somebody who was a auditor and was only in town like once a month, and she paid the full rent. When she came in town, I'd go out of town or head on the couch, and had a couple other roommates too. But anyways, I saved about 100 grand. And so I came in, I showed them my statement, and I wrote a check for 100 grand. I said, "This is a non-refundable deposit, and if I don't close this deal, you guys keep the deposit. But I'm a real serious buyer of this business." And I think that woke them up, and we ended up creating a deal to buy the company. And I had 60 days, and if I had had 59 days, it wouldn't have closed.